Because I was like,
have I read the lore bit of Draigo?
There's a little snippet that says
in the new
Kaldor
Codex.
Draigo, yeah,
Right,
okay. And I was
they
like,
love to do that. They love to delete characters and then just like talk about them still.
Yeah.
And everyone goes, well, it's in the Codex, so why is there no model?
Honestly, I was like, well, surely there's got to be a reason why. So there's the big like, he's written out for a reason, he's dead, whatever. It just says, yeah, sometimes he comes out and now he's not. All right, cool. Nice one.
He can come out, but not until we want to sell him again.
Yeah.
It's Hellstorm Wargaming.
Yeah, there was a jingle. Hello and welcome to Hellstorm Wargaming and welcome back to Codex Corner. And you might recognise a few things, or you might not recognise this happy chap.
Yeah.
Some of you might, some old heads.
Yeah.
But this is Toby.
Hello, everybody.
Toby with an I.
No. That's an old bit.
Yeah.
The OGs will remember that.
Yeah,
the OGs
exactly.
will remember that.
Toby actually used to put on the channel a hell of a lot.
Yes.
He kind of went away and did like lots of cool things with Age of Sigmar.
I did, yeah.
And then he had a little bit of a break and now you're back playing some 40k.
Yeah, so went to the Mortal Realms, came back, and now we're back in the 41st millennium.
And you were very well known on this channel for playing a funny army called Grey Knights.
Yes, I was. A lot of the time it was like pushing water uphill. Because for a long time they've not been very good.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's really, really good to be back. So thank you for inviting me back. And it's really nice to be talking about some new stuff for the Shiny Silver Boys.
Yeah, thank you very much to Games Workshop for supporting this video by sending us the Codex as well as the Minotaur and Field Manual. Because I did say if you don't send us the points, I can't do a great review. Because it's not all the information, and we do have all the information.
Yes.
So thanks to Games Workshop for the PDF of the Codex and the new points for us to talk about.
Absolutely.
The brand new Grey Knights Codex, which is very exciting.
Extremely exciting.
But if you've not watched one of these videos, the Codex Corner, where we chat and talk about the Codex, we're not going to go through every single change, but what we are going to do is give you the main overview changes that are really interesting for the army, things that are new or gone.
Yes.
Which is obviously quite crucial. We'll give you our rosebud thorns, or good bad uglies.
Yep.
You know, that's another way to put it. We'll tell you the bits we like, the bits we're not sure on, and the bits we don't like.
Yes.
And then we've both written you a list. And then obviously you'll be able to vote down below and say that my list is the best one. I mean, one of our lists is the best one. Not subliminal messaging.
Yeah, no one's going to vote for your list, mate.
No, exactly.
No one's going to vote for your list.
So without further ado, let's have a look at the big changes in the brand new Grey Knights Codex. So the big changes. What is here, what isn't? Well, most importantly, what isn't? We'll talk about that first.
Very big sad.
Yeah.
Extremely big sad.
So there's a certain character that has not been sold for 6 months, maybe?
Yeah.
There's no Kaldor Draigo.
There's no Draigo,
gone.
guys. Draigo is gone. He's gone back to the warp indefinitely this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just busy now. He's not coming back.
So tired.
He's just busy.
So tired.
He's just been fighting demons for so long now. He goes, lads, I just need a rest.
It's like holiday time.
Yeah. So that is a really big sad. And
sorry to kick off the video with a big sad, but it's like we can't not address the fact that Draigo is missing.
Yeah.
And there's no like.
Do you know what makes it feel a little bit worse as well? The past weekend we had the announcement of all the new Space Marine characters. And it's like, wow.
The next one is going to be there.
Yeah,
it's going to be right there.
Yeah. Vulcan, okay, cool, nice cool new model. Raven Guard, nice cool model. Lysander's back too.
Yeah.
And Draigo's gone. So, you know. God.
It's like, he's such a cool model. We've actually got two behind us. Yours is about there as well.
Yeah.
It's like, he's a really cool model. He could really do with an update, but also like in terms of like rules, his rules were really, really good.
Yeah.
I mean, an anti-demon weapon, being able to add 3 to the charge, being insanely high damage in combat.
Yeah.
And there is, like, to give a little spoiler, there is no replacement for him in this codex.
No,
there's not like Voldus got a crazy glow up, which, sad to say, there's no one that's like leapt into his position.
No, there isn't.
Gone. Nah, he's gone.
Yeah, there's still some ways to get some charges more successfully, which we'll talk about. But on the whole, he was point and click, do loads of damage, and the anti-demon 2+ was really relevant because demons are really strong in the meta, you know, and it was kind of our niche to be like, okay, cool, we've got loads of anti-demon. At least we've got strength 8, AP -4 free damage anti-demon, which was great, flat free damage. And now there's no real way of making sure you constantly sort of connecting with those melee attacks, which is a bit sad.
So that is big sad.
Yeah.
There's some other stuff. It's
sad.
not all doom and gloom.
It's not.
But that is the big doom that we have to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Speaking of doom.
Big doom. That was extremely seamless, but I don't know if I'm ready for it yet, you know.
Speaking of doom.
Yeah. So for any of you guys at home who play Grey Knights, who are one of those guys who goes, wow, librarians look good. Librarians are good. You know, imagine if I just roll a 6 on this and wow, okay, 2d6 1 wounds. That's 7 more wounds to your custodians. Take these off. That's gone.
Yeah,
that is just.
Do you remember
gone.
when things used to get removed or got rid of, and I used to like set them on fire in the barbecue?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
What we used to do.
Yeah.
Imagine if I did that now in Grey Knights, because it'd be like half the army's on fire.
Yeah, so for some context, I think the last game I played was the weekend, and I had 3 librarians and Draigo, and now they're all basically gone.
It's like 500 odd points.
Yeah,
gone.
so librarians still exist. They've gone down a chunk of points to compensate for the fact that they don't have the mortal wound bomb anymore.
Yeah,
which I think is relevant.
They don't shoot mortal wounds like Typhus does currently in the Death Guard Codex, like they used to. They don't do that. It's turned into like a semi-decent shooting weapon.
Yeah.
And they've gained lone operative 18 if they're attached to a unit.
Yeah, which the frustrating thing about that is the unit can never move more than 6 inches. Yeah. So even if you are now 18 inches to shoot them, you still can't charge them.
Yeah.
So like the 12 inches are great because it's like, oh, you come close enough for me to be able to charge you next turn. Now it's like, I'm 18, great, you still can't charge me.
Yeah, it's a bit of a, because they've basically taken the librarian and made it like in every other codex that has librarian or sorcerer, a support character. Whereas in Grey Knights, they were actually like more forefront.
Oh, they were
like
homing missiles.
Yeah,
absolutely homing missiles.
Like a single librarian just jumping around, like smashing out mortal wounds is sick.
Yep.
And they've gone, none of that.
Yeah, that was maybe a bit too good, so we'll take that.
I think it was a little bit good.
I think it was.
Even if it was, I think what it would have been nice if it was like one model from the army can do this ability.
They could have given it to Voldus. You know,
or give it to Voldus,
make one of the only named characters now very cool.
Because that's a way to, you can be like, oh, it's only one guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He's a bit tricksy, but he's also a named character, so he's got a bit of a premium points cost.
He's the Grandmaster of one of the Brotherhoods, so maybe he should be super good at Sidekick. Hey ho.
Hey ho. So no Draigo. Librarians, a bit lackluster.
Yeah, like you I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It is just a support character now. It's not a homing missile, go and do 2d6 mortal wounds to Custodians, Knights, Demons, whatever. It's just you're going to make the unit slightly better than it was before.
Yeah. The final things that have like missing or changed, really, like the big changes in terms of like models and stuff like that, is that servitors are no longer available.
Correct.
Which is obviously a bit of a shame. It's quite funny that I painted servitors for my Bloodraven army, and then they got taken out Space Marine. So I was like, I'll put them in my Grey Knight box. And now there's just a box, and I've emptied my Grey Knights out except for 4 servitors.
Right, okay.
And they've actually, Grey Knights are now Primaris, because they've got the Primaris Techmarine as a profile.
I mean, if you look at those squatty legs, I think that's a bit of a stretch, but
no, that's the Primaris one.
That one is, but the other guys are not Primaris.
Yeah, just that guy.
Just one.
So basically, the Techmarine no longer has the flamer or the plasma.
Yeah,
it's now got the special not heavy bolt, the Gravis bolter.
Yeah, in line with the rest of the other.
Yeah, so it's basically the Primaris profile.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's been upgraded with that. But it's a tech marine essentially. Not like anything to like sing home about.
No.
So that's what's gone. The other big change, which you have to buy a combat patrol to get hold of currently, is the Grandmaster in Nemesis Dreadnought armor has some cool weapons.
He does, and we'll talk about the gun first, the Subliminator.
Yes,
because
it's beast.
It is, and for a long time, if anyone's ever played Grey Knights on any level really, you sit across the table, you look at your friends to shoot your dreadnoughts, tanks, whatever, and you go, damn, I wish I had some cool anti-tank weapons.
Yeah,
you never had any of them.
Yeah, I didn't have to hit him in combat to actually kill
exactly. But now we have a melter gun on the Grandmaster Nemesis Dreadnought, which is awesome.
So it's called the Subliminator. Sublimator.
Yeah.
Which is 18-inch. Stretched to hit on 3s.
Yep.
Which obviously is a bit of a shame for a Grandmaster, but there we go.
Everything else does, so.
Yeah. Strength 9, -4, D6. Melter 4.
Yes.
Psychic.
Yes.
And twin linked.
Yes.
So it's 4 barrels, 2 shots. So you're getting that reroll wounds. So the Melter does seem very, very good.
Yeah. It was definitely something that was sorely missing.
Yeah.
Especially when you're coming up against stuff in the meta that's
There's like no other Melter gun profile is in this book.
Not a single one.
This is it.
Not a single one.
So
you can get multi-melter on a Stormraven, that's it.
That's the one.
But that's it. But importantly, like Mikey said, it does have the psychic keyword, and there's ways to interact with it to make it slightly better than
for
what
example,
it is.
you can make it dev wounds for a CP.
Yeah, you can.
Or 2 CP.
You can also make it sustained.
Which is also cheeky.
Or lethal.
This is also cheeky.
So yeah, there's ways to make it better because it's got the keyword psychic. But that's great.
So psychic melters.
Yes, psychic melters.
From the mind. So that is like, we lost Draigo, we got a cool melter gun. I mean, does the scale balance out? Maybe not, but it's fun. At least you got some else on the other side.
You did.
Sadly, the new weapons, the Nemesis Mates and the Nemesis Flail, are a little lackluster as well.
They are, and I think what annoys me the most about this, or frustrates me the most, is we already have that profile in basically every Nemesis force weapon. They're really good at dealing with sort of those high armor infantry targets like Terminator, Space Marines, AP2 damage is great for that.
Yeah.
Whereas these are just consolidating on that. And I think the hammer not having a sweep was always frustrating because it was a strike only.
Yeah, but you trade that for the high strength, high damage.
Exactly. And then the sword had a sweep, but it was only damage 1.
Which it still is.
Which it still is, spoiler alert. But the mace, is it the mace that's 10 attacks, strength 5, AP?
The flail. So the flail is also psychic, obviously. They're both psychic weapons. 10 attacks hitting on 2, strength 5, which is also rubbish.
Great against
Minus
Marines,
1, which is also a bit rubbish. Damage 2. So that's the only way to get like a good sweep. And even then, it's only strength 5.
Yeah.
The mace, which is, consistent 5 attacks, strength 6, AP 3, 3 damage.
Yeah.
It's okay.
That is ironically really good at killing Grey Knight Terminators.
Yeah.
So
like against all the Terminators, you're not having to roll the 2 on a D6. It's D6 plus 1. He goes 3 damage, and it's like, I'm going to roll 2. I'll roll the 1. Great. So 2 of my 3 attacks that actually got through kill 1 guy.
Yeah. You're going to take the sublimator every time, I think.
Yeah.
But I think you're probably going to end up keeping the hammer purely because you've kept the reroll hits and wounds against monsters and vehicles.
Yes, which is obviously amazing. I should say that the mace, the only thing it has going for it has precision and anti-character 2+.
Yeah.
So like against other big things, it's pretty good. It does mean it wounds big knights on 2s because it's anti-character.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So that like let's say in the current meta game when this video comes out against big knights, you wound them 2s with flat 3 damage.
Same with those greater demons.
Yeah.
Wounding them on 2s as well, which is great because if you want to wound a great and clean one on a 2, you need a lot of strength.
Yeah, exactly. So you kind of trade that. It kind of forces you to use the mace to go against particular targets, where I think the hammer is obviously more general use, and it's obviously here's a spike of 7 damage.
Yeah. And the good thing about the hammer is you can compensate for the weapons you give it in ranged if you give it the hammer in combat, because you can give it some anti-infantry shooting, but the hammer's always going to be good in combat. That's what you want.
And speaking of, because we talk about the Nemesis Dreadnought, the ability for the Dreadnought, actually both abilities have had a minor adjustment. It has Warrior Strategist, which is essentially Rites of Battle, essentially reduce the cost of a CP stratagem by 1. By 1, which is great, to a minimum of 0. Now this is the same ability as the Grandmaster on foot, which means you can't like do both at the same time, but it's better for the Grandmaster in terms of their old ability is a bit rubbish. And also the once per battle round, 1 model can use this ability. It gets reroll hit wounds and damage against monsters. It's now flat in combat. It's all the time. So both Dreadknights or all 3 Grandmasters that you've got, they all go into an Imperial Knight, for example, 1 each. They're all rerolling hits, wounds, and damage. So then you go, maybe I'll take the hammer.
Yeah, exactly. It's just an absolute force multiplier for what they get.
So like the mace is interesting. The flail's a bit meh. The mace is interesting.
You can see the mace being relevant in a team scenario when you're gonna want to put these into demons, knights.
It's very particular.
Yeah, extremely niche.
Where bonk always works.
Something else to mention just regarding Dreadknights. I think everyone loves playing Dreadknights. Not everyone loves the models, has to be said. However, my big concern was the normal Dreadknights will either A, go up in points, or B, they'll lose the fallback shoot and charge, because I think that was really good. However, they've kept that. The points have changed slightly.
Only for the Grandmaster.
Yeah, only for the Grandmaster. And also, in a later bit, which we'll mention, there is a way to make the Grandmasters fallback shoot and charge too. So we've kept some of the things that made the Dreadknights great as well, which is awesome.
So if you like playing Dreadknights, great. Final thing forgot to mention, Fragstone Launcher. Hell yeah. Moving on. I will say, I think the only reason they've released all these cool weapons for the Grandmaster is obviously like filling the melter role is great. I feel like they're just trying to differentiate the models, because I've got 5 Dreadknights behind me, and the only difference I have is one has like open helmet and the other one does. And one of them is a banner, but like they have either a helmet or don't. That's the only difference.
And I'm the exact same. And I've been playing Grey Knights on and off since the start of 8th edition, really. And it's always been, he's a normal Dread Knight because he's got a helmet. He's a Grandmaster because he's got an open face.
So now they've got like the halo, they've got the Fragstorm. So
and they've got the tabard too,
There's like a differentiate. It's a nice way to differentiate it, but like melee weapons, bonk.
Bonk goes bonk.
The other final changes, one that's like kind of minor, is that Terminators and Paladins can be taken in units of 4, 5, 8, and 10 rather than 5 and 10, because obviously the way to build a Grandmaster is to build a Terminator, and a Brother Captain is to build a Terminator.
Exactly.
So that's kind of nice.
I think that is good. It kind of ties in with the fact that both the Bro Cap and the Grandmaster got slightly better themselves. They've got more useful.
And you can't take Draigo, so...
Come on, man.
Come on, just saying.
They don't hit a man when he's down, you know.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, you can't take Draigo, so
you can't take a unit of 4 now. But a big change, which people will probably miss on the initial reading, you missed it on the initial reading as well.
I did.
Is that teleport assault, which is the army rule, is the same in terms of functionality. Now, this obviously, if you don't play Grey Knights, is essentially at the end of your opponent's fight phase, or essentially at the end of their turn, you can remove up to 3 units and put them in deep strike. Now, previously, it said that they came down from deep strike the next turn. Now they just go into strategic reserve. Which essentially means if you take a unit up from turn 1, you don't have to come down turn 2 or 3 or 4. You just have to come down before the end of the game without to not die. There's no like forced deep strike.
Exactly.
So, which is like a little minor thing, but it's also like super crucial.
Yeah, it'll make a big difference. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So that's they're all like the really big changes. They're overall changes. There's actually loads and loads of little data sheet changes. There is. Loads of little things have had little changes, but we don't want to be here for 3 hours because we've got to tell you the best bit, the worst bit, and the thing we're not sure about, also known as the Rosebud Thorn. Okay, guys, it's time for the Rosebud Thorn.
Yes.
This is a little section in the middle where we talk about the things that we really like. The things that we really like, we think's really cool. Rose.
And there's loads of them.
There is quite a lot of that, to be fair. We talk about our buds, which is the bit we like. This could grow into something cool. Or it might die. It might be.
We're not quite sure about them.
We're not sure. And then our Thorn. We hate this. This is cringe.
Yes.
This is not what we like.
No.
We do not love this.
Not good. Not good.
So, Toby, would you like to take us away with your Rose? What's the bit you really like about this book?
There's something specific which I'll talk about, but off the bat, I think it's great coming from an index where there was only really 1 detachment that you'd play to having the option of 6 detachments realistically, because there's 5 in the book, guys, and there's 1 from Wargaming Task Force from Grotmus.
Yes.
So straight off the bat, that is absolutely a huge positive for all Grey Knight players. They're going to be very excited about that.
Yeah, like as a Grey Knight player that's been like sat on the index for so long, if that's the only army you play, the nice thing is because you are so late into the edition, you've waited one of the longest, but I feel like all of the detachments look interesting.
They do.
None of them are like, that is awful.
There's
all like, oh, I like that bit, and I like this bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you know?
You think, oh, I can see where that strat will work. I can see where that army rule or that enhancement might work. So there's ways in them all. We won't go through them all, but that generally speaking, that's a really big positive.
Cool. Yeah.
The specific Rose, or the thing that I like the most generally, is mind bullets got even more spicier. Because everybody knows about Crow and his 10 Purify Bros.
Yeah,
that's a
which
thing.
Are like insanely good.
Yes, but there's
were insanely good.
There is 2 reasons why they got even better.
Yeah, okay.
So number 1, straight off the bat, an extra AP on the mind bullets.
Yeah, so Purifying Flame, or it's called.
Yeah, no one calls Purify. Everyone just calls it mind bullets.
It's 1 shot without Crow.
Yes, still kept that, which is good.
3s. Strength 4, -2, 1 damage, sidekick, ignore cover, anti-infantry 2+.
Yes. Yeah,
cool. Okay.
So obviously, it's still got the psychic keyword, so there's ways to make
Stormbolters were anti-infantry, like infantry clearers, and it's not. Yeah, it's Purifying Flame.
Yeah, and this is great into anything with infantry keyword because just there's so much volume of attacks. AP2 now, ignore cover is great. Yeah. But more than that,
you're gonna say you're like putting Space Marines on 5s, but you're putting Custodies on 4s.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're putting Death Shroud on 4s.
Yeah.
It's like crazy.
Have some dice and see what happens.
Yeah.
On top of that as well, my biggest gripe with Purifiers was, and it was thematic, it made sense, but you had to get less volume of shots to get better at shooting. Yeah. Because obviously when you were less than full strength, you got +1 to hit. Less than half strength, you got +1 to wound.
Yeah, which is obviously like a really great ability. But it's like if you're running that brick of 10, because Crow gives you an extra shot with those weapons, which is obviously insane.
Yeah.
You are basically wanting your unit to be below half to be the most efficient.
Yeah. And then you've lost half the shots.
Yeah.
So then you became more efficient, but the output was probably similar, if not worse anyway.
Yeah.
However, now if my mind bullets hit someone stood on a ring on a table, I get to reroll wounds.
Yeah.
Which is excellent.
Really good. They've essentially got the Rubric Marine ability of reroll 1s to wound naturally. Reroll all wounds if the opponent's on an objective.
So it's the same with Immortals, I think, as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So any force multiplier where you can reroll hits, Wargaming Task Force.
Yeah.
You are also now rerolling wounds too, and you just pick up so much more dice, so much more effective. Yeah. By the way, it's still 3s to hit, 2s to wound, and the infantry keyword anyway.
Yeah.
So
it's 2s rerolling 1s against infantry. So it's like, what do I hit? Okay, you basically take that many wounds.
Yeah. If you're shooting against infantry with that, which you always will anyway, they don't even have to be an objective.
Yeah.
Because you're 2+ and infantry, and then you reroll 1s.
But even then, because of the high AP and ignore cover, if you're not shooting infantry and you're shooting something that's like toughness like 4 to 7, you're still like absolutely battering them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wounds.
Because you've got those 24 shots with the mind bullets, but you've also got the 40 stormwater shots too.
Yeah.
Or special weapons with psychic keyword again. So
yeah, the flamers, you could take 4 flamers in a unit?
Yeah,
of 10?
you can take 2 per 5. Yeah.
So strength 6 -1 damage, rerolling wounds.
Yeah.
That's
so
pretty
it's really good.
Yeah.
So Purifier's got a glow up, which is awesome.
Purifiers are sick, and they're already good.
They didn't need the glow up.
No.
They were already one of the most efficient units in the index.
Yeah. I don't know why they've changed it to. Is it better than +1? I suppose it is better than +1 to hit, and then eventually +1 to wound.
It is because
like mathematically, I think.
Well, you always want to, whenever you deep strike anything, especially with dreadnoughts, you want to get the most hit as soon as you deep strike.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you find a losing battle where you're constantly thinking they need to go up and come down somewhere else. But if you can inject them where they need to be, they're effective at the start. That is a huge benefit.
Yeah, because they're effective every single time.
Exactly.
To wait for it.
Because if you deep strike in the old index, you would get no benefit of that special rule until someone died.
Yeah, true.
And you don't want to die.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't like dying.
So you're effective when you come.
Dying is a bit cringe.
Dying is mega cringe. Yeah.
I think we're going to be talking about lists in a bit.
Yes,
but
we
I
are.
think like Wargaming Task Force was just like even better than it was.
Yeah.
I think Wargaming Task Force, we were a bit, I think me and you were a bit like, I like Wargaming Task Force, you like the index detachment.
Yeah.
Now Wargaming Task Force is still here and the index isn't. I do think Wargaming Task Force is probably the best way to run them.
Yeah. I think if anything just gets a bit more proficient on the data sheet.
Yeah.
And then you can also keep the reroll ones to hit and all hits if you're in your
because Purifier's in that detachment and rerolling all hits.
Yeah.
So now they're rerolling all hits and all wounds.
Yeah.
With a horrific amount of shots.
Exactly.
So,
and they still have the 6-inch aura of hallowed ground as well.
Yeah, love that.
So yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I've always loved Dreadnought's lore.
It's just, do you know what? It's a shame. It's a shame Crow's not just like a standard character you can spam, because that'd be awesome.
Imagine 3 units with
Here's Crow. Here's Crow too. Yeah, nice, awesome.
Excellent.
So yeah, that was my rose. My bud, Mikey, is actually a whole detachment.
Okay.
Purely because it reads really good on paper, but like we've already alluded to, I don't know if it will be better than the output you get from Wargaming Task Force.
Okay.
So my bud is the Sanctic Spearhead.
Right, okay.
As you can imagine, the name suggests this is all about
it's the vehicle detachment.
Vehicles, yes. So,
but it does include dreadnoughts.
It does.
Is also interesting.
It does.
It's not like, because like every other vehicle detachment is like rhinos, land raiders, predators. This is Storm Ravens, Storm Speeders, not Storm Speeders, Stormhawk Interceptors, weirdly. But then dreadnoughts as well, which are obviously, as we've already talked about, very efficient. Yes.
So with the Sanctic Spearhead, you're going to be able to advance auto 6 on the vehicles. You get assault as well,
which is pretty good. So it's very similar to the old index detachment, but exclusively vehicles.
Exclusively vehicles. So when we're thinking about those normal dreadnoughts, not grandmasters, that can already fall back, retreat, advance. They can do what they want, basically. Yeah, they're doing that on a guaranteed 14 like they were in the Teleport Strike Force old index detachment, which is great. So you're covering a lot of ground. But what is excellent about this, we have retained Sigil of Exigence in this. So we've got that pick up, put down when we get targeted.
Yeah, because there's a little spoiler. The index detachment isn't in the Codex anymore.
Yeah, it's not.
And they've taken elements of it and kind of like split it up among every other detachment.
It's almost like they've got children and gone, you can have that one, you can have this one. And they're all sort of smattered around. Obviously there's lots of new ones too, which is cool. But so this has Sigil and the auto advance 6, essentially. Yeah. We also have an access to a Consolidate 6, which is always sometimes good, but sometimes you can't take advantage of it. But Consolidating 6 is good if you are in specific matchups. Obviously in 10th edition, it's completely different to what it would have been in previous editions, where in the past, if you were in combat, you're screwed basically. Yeah. You can't.
The thing is with it is you can't really, it's hard to play against it because you can auto advance a Dreadnought. Yep. Get a decent charge around the back of something, absolutely annihilate it with, let's say, a flail. Sure. You know, Games Workshop are throwing you about. But you batter them with the flail. But then you consolidate 6 and just tag something else that they just weren't expecting. So it's like, it is really, it's like niche case, but when it comes up, it's great. And OC4 too, so you can always get onto that objective too, which is excellent. So, look, it's more around Dreadnoughts. You lose a bit of output because you're not re-rolling hits like you are in Wargaming or different detachments, but you gain fallback and charge on a Grandmaster, which is a CP. Which is obviously good. Which is great. That melter.
Yeah, exactly. You gain moving through walls, which is really key because fly keyword is omega cringe. It is so cringe. Bad. So you'd be behind a room, you'd be like, I'm going to get you. No, I'm not. I've got to go around the ruin.
And they move what? They move 8 naturally, don't they? So they're like almost slow as well.
Yeah. They're not fast.
Yeah.
They're not. When Homer got to move 10,
Yeah.
And the dreadnoughts ate you. We're like, okay.
It's carrying for 2.
It is. But the 2 stratagems which make them good, I think, which will always be good, is you can just get 3 wounds back for 1 CP, which is good.
That is
and
cheeky.
you get +1 to hit and wound in shooting and fighting. Sorry, +1 to wound, not +1 to hit. +1 to wound in shooting and fighting against monsters or vehicles for CP.
That is good. So you rerolling hits, wounds with +1 to wound and +1 damage in the 5 phase, which is pretty fun.
Yeah.
And the +3, the healing 3 is actually really good as well because you can deny yourself needing to battle shock.
Exactly, yeah.
If it comes up. Because they have like, what, 13 wounds?
13 wounds T8.
So it's
They're not even hard to kill, are they really?
No. No.
Let's be honest.
Which is a good bit.
Yeah, that is good.
But it's like, yeah, you can like stop yourself becoming battle shocked at some points to deny yourself having to spend command points to like insane bravery to hold an objective.
Exactly.
So it does come in clutch because you see it a lot with the town detachment that have they heal D3 +1 and walkers essentially. Yeah. So it's like a similar thing, which is like.
So the reason why it's a bud and not a rose for me is because, like I've already alluded to, I don't know if it's just better to do more bonking than to live a little bit longer. I love bonking. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'll play it. We'll see what it's like. We'll either love it or we'll just go. Yeah,
it seems interesting. Yeah. We're just not sure if it's like amazing.
It's almost like they were like, oh, look at all these Grey Knight data sheets for tanks and flyers, and then we're like, yeah, dreadnoughts. Yeah, we're dreadnoughts.
Please buy these Stormwargaming tickets.
Yeah. I feel like they should like. Well, they're not going to not want you to play it, but it should be vehicle, not walking or whatever. But look, hey, it is what it is. So that's the bud. I'm not sure about that.
Not sure. What's the thorn? What's the bit you hate, Toby? Go on, tell them at home.
It's the librarians, man. Like, Draigo's sad. Draigo is sad.
Draigo is mega sad.
Librarians were so good at doing the things that we suck at.
Yeah.
Big pips of damage that you can't do anything about, really.
Because there's like, outside the sublimator, there's no anti-tank. So your anti-tank is like this random character that just plops like 6 mortal winds out of your ass.
But the best thing about it was the versatility too, because you could go into custodians, you can go into big knights, you could go into anything and pick things up. Yeah, exactly. A 2-up was 2d3, and then obviously 2d6 if you got 6.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Let's be honest, it was a bit mental.
It was stupid. I'll be honest.
It's stupid, but it's like, I think because my Thorn is very similar. The problem is they've lost key characters, Draigo and Librarian. Yeah. But there's nothing that's gone, okay, here's this.
Yeah, it's not like, bang, take this guy instead, you know. You already took Crow and Purifiers, you're still going to take him.
Yeah.
You already took Dread Knights, spoiler alert, you're still going to take him.
Yeah, because Dread Knights are just better. Yeah. Cool, but you're already taking them. But like, it's like, you'd expect with like losing such key characters, they'd like, let someone else get to the top. Like we said, the only other plastic special character is Voldus. And Voldus has had some minor changes, lost the anti-demon thing, and he's not gained anything for it.
No, he's not. He's still a bit lackluster.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, Librarian for me is a big sad.
Yeah, I agree.
And everyone's got loads because they came in the old combat patrol. So
yeah, that's true.
Snap some arms off, make them into chaplains or brocaps or whatever. But
what's ironically, I converted Voldus into a librarian.
Cool.
So now I'm going to be converting him back.
No, you're not. Just keep the librarian.
Well, yeah.
Look. They went down 40 points to compensate for that. Yeah. So it's not like you're still paying 120 points for someone who does nothing.
You're a lot cheaper, but it's just like, they just don't. There's nothing that goes, here's a bunch of mortal wounds everywhere.
Yeah. So that's my fun. That's my fun. I'm a bit sad about that, but there's plenty of other stuff to be positive about.
That's fair. That's fair. I think that's good. And that's why we do Rosebud Thorn, right? It's like to say, like, here's the stuff we really like, but we can't ignore the things that we're having an issue with.
No one has ever had a Codex release where they've gone, this is all great.
Yeah.
Apart from Death Guard.
Apart from Death Guard. My roast time.
Yes.
The bit that I really like. Like I said, they've lost the original Detachment.
Yep. Which
is a bit like, Sigil and Mr. Deimos.
Mr. Deimos, yeah.
Yeah, it's like so good. But they've like, what they've done is they've taken elements of that and kind of spread them out.
Yeah.
Rather than being like, here's the index.
Yeah.
So it feels like every detachment is mega playable, which is also very cool. But also it feels like they've kept some insane tricks. They've got lots of like my list relies on one. Warhammer community have already showed off one as well.
Okay.
There's lots of like little tricks that they mess around with like mission play, which is how you win games.
And it's sequencing too, isn't it?
Yeah. And so they've got little designer's notes to clarify.
Yeah, they have, which are great. That's a good way of doing it because inevitably you go, no, you can't do that. Well, I can. And there's an argument on the table, but the designer's note, like you rightly said, says shut up, yeah, you can.
Yeah, it literally does that. Yeah, you can, Toby Renaud.
Yeah.
But it's like every detachment looks really interesting. There's like one that you do, it's like essentially Dark Pact from Space Marine.
Yeah.
Do a leadership test. If you pass, which is obviously slightly different, you get lethal as a stake, which is obviously like really cool.
Yeah.
There's one where you deep strike and you get reroll ones to hit and wound when you arrive from reserve.
There's a Terminator one for those guys like me who love Terminators.
Yeah,
you can fall back in charge.
Which is like makes them which is really good. Yeah. But it's like there's like tricks. There's so many tricks. There's like the detachment that I'm going to be talking about in a little bit is like you can teleport after you've scored primary.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And there's another one which you've not even mentioned, the Brotherhood Strike, which is the closest one to the Index, I think.
Yeah.
Where you can have up to 5 units a turn going into the sky.
Yeah.
You know, it's 3
you only
because
have 5 units.
Shut up. It's 3 in Strike Force like it was in the Index.
Yeah.
So you pick 3 units, etc. They can go up. However, there's an enhancement for 1 and there's also a CP for 1. So in that detachment alone, you get 5 demons.
Yeah.
And like you rightly said right at the start, you don't have to come down next turn.
Yeah,
you know, over 2 turns, you can just put 10 units in the sky.
Do you dive? I'm going to have to check, because if your entire army goes into reserve,
you probably just can't come down. They'll just screen you out. And that's
it'd be like the wheels and stuff. Do you remember the White Scars Town game?
Yeah, the crew, yeah.
You could make it 6 easily by taking a Kaldor.
Yeah, that's not great nice, is it?
Yeah, but it's Imperial agents and they're, you know, it's part of the Inquisition.
Yeah. Yeah, well look, there's not a clear winner, I don't think, either, which is another really good thing.
No, I also agree. So Grey Knights kept their tricks, that's the main thing.
Excellent.
I do think Wargaming Task Force, as we've said, is probably still the best detachment, but you know, get some trick.
Yeah.
Bud, you're not sure about?
Yeah.
There is no mention of anti-demon in this.
That is a bit cringe.
Yeah.
Look at us. We are literally a Space Marine chapter designed to kill demons.
Yeah.
No, we're not. There's no demon there.
No. So I do think it kind of solidifies the fact that I think Games Workshop kind of wanted to write demons out of 40k.
Do you think?
Because they kind of, when you can take them in specific detachments with Khorne Berserkers.
Yeah, Demon King, etc. Yeah.
And then they went, yeah, we're going to get rid of the Index. And then they kind of went, actually, we're not going to get rid of the Index. It's really cool, actually. We really love demons. Here's a new detachment. Because I think they wanted to make it like Age Sigmar, where it's like, you take Khorne as an army, but it's World Eaters.
Yeah.
But then they can take Scarbrand.
Yeah, okay.
So, because you can't take them as allies and they're only going to be an Index now, they're not going to be a Codex.
Right.
But then it's like, why have we got a Grey Knights army? There's anti-demon when there's no demon in the game, and they'll go, yeah, we'll just get rid of demon as a keyword in this book.
Yeah, and the biggest abuser of the anti-demon keyword was obviously Draigo too.
Yeah.
So it's like a double sad.
Yeah.
Because it's not, like you've already said, it's not popped up anywhere else.
Yeah, because Voldus had his ability was like, do mortal wounds, add 2 if it's a demon. Don't have that anymore.
Yeah. Man, do you know what? I wish Draigo just came back as a dreadnought. That'd have been so freaking
Imagine.
cool,
Oh, what if it was like a dreadnought being carried by a dreadnought? Did you even consider?
Just 4 dudes strapped to the chest. Like a Russian doll.
Just having a great time. How are they holding each other up? You went on out.
Yeah, it's the 41st millennium. Shut up, man.
Yeah.
It just happens.
But there's one mention of anti-chaos as a stratagem.
Yes, there is.
Just one. In the Banisher's detachment.
Yep.
Their whole thing is banishing demons, so they don't mention it. So like, yeah, we're going to get rid of the demons. And we're going to get no buffs for doing it, except for this one strat that is anti-chaos 4+.
Yeah, it's a bit...
And I think it's only shooting.
It is only shooting.
It's like, all right, okay, cool, cool, great.
Nemesis demon weapons.
Yeah. I suppose that's another mudder thought as well, the fact that you still can't take hammers.
Yeah, it's just a bit cringe,
6
man.
minus 2, yeah.
I understand it. It makes the game a lot faster. It makes the decision making a lot easier too.
Yeah.
But
I do agree that maybe taking units of thunder hammers would be mega crazy.
Yeah, but just limit it. You know, like they do with everything else.
They should just make it like one per unit.
Yeah,
but then I also think if because that's what the game's always written for, that random kid who buys a Grey Knights army and then he happens to build his unit with 5 hammers and it's like, oh, that's illegal.
Well, you can't. You're going to get 1 in the box. So.
Oh, if you only get 1 in the box, then fucking, make it 1 per unit.
You get 1. You
get AP2, damage 2.
You get 1 in the box of strikes, you get 1 in the box of Terminators. And this is like super cringe Pepperidge Farm remembers meme. So bear with me. In 8th edition, falchions, warding staves, halberds, swords, and hammers were all different profiles. Yeah. So you had to remember all of that. Yeah. And you could have as many as you want.
Staves, hammers should be different, and then force weapons can be force weapons.
Yeah.
Personally.
Hey,
that's my thorn. Yeah. But I do have another thorn. It's Draco's gone, which is rubbish.
That is so
We've kind of got over that.
Yeah, we've literally hammered that home.
Yeah. And then I suppose the other thing as well is that like I still feel like you're kind of not forced, but you are playing it a detriment if you aren't running at least 4 dreadnoughts.
Yeah, you know, it's always really tough when the whole the whole codex is 25 data sheets.
Yeah.
Loads of them are vehicles, which are just crap for Grey Knights.
They've still got 3 flyers.
So
Lord Stormraven, but why have they still got?
Really, we're talking 20 data sheets-ish, give or take.
Yeah.
4 of them are the same power armor space marine.
Yeah.
So that's 16. 2 of them are Terminators. There's a couple of named characters that you're not going to use. Well, there is actually isn't anymore.
One.
There isn't anymore.
Yeah,
Brother Captain Turn's gone as well, so unlucky.
Oh yeah.
And then there's obviously...
We forgot to mention Stern.
And nobody played him. No one cares about Stern. But Stern has digressing a little bit, Stern has a big lore, a big lore sort of entry in the book.
Yeah.
Anyway, but when you've got so little options in terms of flexibility with data sheets, you know, if you load up the Warhammer app and try and build the Necrons or Space Marines list, you are literally spoiled for choice. You have analysis paralysis trying to figure out what you put in there.
It's hard to look at like Space Marines as like an example because they do have just the most kits, like by a long shot.
Yeah, they do.
But it's like, look at, like you say, like other units. It's almost like Grey Knights, Emperor's Children, and Custodians just don't have enough to play with.
Yeah.
They're all like
without doing, like you've rightly mentioned, I'll just take 4 of them because they're really good.
Yeah.
Or I'll take 2 of them because they're really good. And you often see a lot with competitive Grey Knights, and same with Custodians, same with Emperor's Children. The competitive builds are just cookie cutter. Yeah. Because there's not enough flexibility to do other things. Yeah. And there's no way around that other than writing loads of new units into the codex, which is never going to happen. It's something that we've dealt with for a long time, but it's made worse when things are just so much better than others.
Yeah, because it does feel like I said, I don't think it matters what detachment you run.
You're still running Dread Knights.
It's like at least 1 Grandmaster. Yeah. And then it could be like 2 and 2. Yeah. But it's going to be 1 and 3.
Yeah, it used to be like 3 Dread Knights, Draigo and a Terminator brick, and Chrome Purifiers. That was like the staples of any competitive list, really.
And I feel like
that's not going to change.
That is still the staples.
Yeah, it's not going to change. Obviously, Draigo going is going to change.
So there's my Robot Thorn. Yeah. I think they're like some quite crucial things.
What would you rate this codex, Mikey? Out of 10.
Out of 10. Does the codex include Warpbane Task Force?
Well, yeah, okay. What would you rate Grey Knights now post codex?
As in like strength? Because they were like
but like fun, strength, everything.
I think if you're a Grey Knight player, you're still extremely happy.
Yeah, I think so.
But there's nothing in here that's going to change how your army functions. Yeah. You know, you can do more tricks.
Yep.
You got a new melter gun, which is cool, you know, but it's like, if you've been playing the army I'm a bit worn down by it, there's nothing in here that's making me go, holy shit. This is
a new way to play. Yeah, I think they have
more of the same with some more fun tricks, which are cool.
Yeah. They have basically just pigeonholed themselves into being the pick up, put down and tricks army. Yeah. So it would have been great to have Oath. That would have been so good.
Imagine. Yeah. Even Templars can't have that anymore. So
hey ho.
List time.
Yes.
So this is the section where we're going to go over essentially deep dive into a detachment that we like.
Yeah.
But we've wrote you a list. It's a competition.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So if you like my list more, you like the video.
Yeah.
If you like Toby's list more, you leave a comment.
Okay.
Okay, I know there's more buttons to press for Toby's, but it could just be a single letter.
It'll be worth it. Homage to the OG Grey Knight player.
Yeah.
Come on.
What's the stakes?
If anyone can remember, way back to my actual first appearance on the channel.
Holy shit. In my
I did like
kitchen.
You like made a bit of me dancing.
Out of the ding. Hello, welcome to the Hellstorm dance.
Holy shit, yeah.
So whoever loses, if we potentially might randomly on stream film a Grey Knight battle report soon.
We have to do it again.
Whoever loses has to do that stuff. Just an omega cringe dance on stream.
Deal. All
right. Cool.
The stakes are on. The cringe dance.
Why would people like your list more than mine? Is it just based on yours being cooler, yours more competitive? Is it a combination of things?
It could be because they think it's a better list.
Can we just make Mikey dance, please, guys? Like, come on.
Yeah. It could be because my list is just better.
No, that's not true.
I don't know.
Bro.
I don't know.
Bro.
It could be because they think the detachment's more fun or cooler.
Yeah, that's where I might.
That's what you're
So anyway, my list.
So you vote down the
Yes,
comments.
you vote.
You are running Santic Spearhead.
I am.
Bud.
Yes, so I am running the Dread Knight well, it's a vehicle, but let's just call it the Dreadnought Detachment.
Is vehicle. Yeah, so for clarity, if you skip forward, Grey Knight's vehicles don't roll advance rolls, they auto advance 6.
Yep.
And into the end of the turn, they gain the assault kill ability on all range weapons.
Yes.
So advancing shooting melters is pretty funny.
Yeah, it's great. So, spoiler alert, I've got loads of Dreadknights. So,
Fucking shocker.
from the top, I have a Grandmaster Nemesis Dreadknight, and I'm going to go Hammer, Melter, and Side Cannon. So, they're both good at dealing with those high strength, high toughness, high wound sort of enemies, and their job is going to be to kill them, basically.
Yeah.
So, I've got Hammer, I've got Melter, and I've got Side Cannon.
Nice. Side cannon's exactly the same. Strength 10.
Yeah. AP2, 3 damage, etc.
Yeah.
One of them has got the enhancement to consolidate 6 inches.
Okay, that's called Driven by Duty.
As we said, there will be some shenanigans in there where we can make them happen, whether that's just consolidate into something that now has to fall back.
And or consolidate. Yeah. Both 6. That is really good, actually.
Yeah, because at least now you can charge with 2 or 3 Dreadknights.
Yeah, if you make the charge, don't base, and then pile in 6 and then consolidate 6. That is nuts.
Yeah. So
I thought it was just consolidate.
No. So again, God, I sound like a huge boomer. But you remember the overrun? the overrun stratagem that Tyranids used to have back in like 8th edition, where it was like, oh, I'm going to just slingshot these geniuses like 4 inches.
That was 7 years ago.
Whoa, Jesus.
10th edition's nearly over, bro.
Oh, man.
We're on the last legs of it.
Lots of tricks for that.
Yeah.
Then I've got another one, so that's 2.
Okay, same loadout.
Same loadout.
Nice.
And he is going to have Sigil of Exigence. So that is unchanged. That is, you want to shoot me? Well, no, you can't. I'm going to get put back up and put down.
Yeah,
that is immediate though, isn't it?
If you get targeted once a battle, you remove from the table, put back down, your opponent reselects targets.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, oh, you just deep struck with loads of metal guns, I'm off.
Yeah, exactly, which is awesome. So you can put him out in the open, you can be aggressive with that one, and you sort of force the point for your opponent. Do you want to shoot me? If you shoot me, I'm going anyway. If you don't shoot me, I'm going to come charge. Great for that.
Good. It's very good.
Then I have not 1, not 2, but 3 Nemesis Dreadknights.
Of course. You've just got 5. Why not?
And for these are just going to be the standard loadout that you see. So it's going to be heavy incinerator, and a second.
Yeah, because like we said, importantly, the Dreadknights can't take the new weapons.
Yeah, no, they can't.
Just Grandmasters.
Yeah, which is a big sad. I would love to have 5 melters in here, but potentially overkill anyway.
Absolutely.
So side cannon's still good, heavy incinerator still good, and they're going to have hammers. So they've still got the same fallback in charge, shenanigans, auto advance 6, etc.
Like that.
Then I have 10 purifiers in Crow, because I don't think you leave them without them.
Nope.
So they're going to do what they do.
We've talked about them a lot. They're very good.
I've got 2 units of 5 strikes who kept
We should
sticky.
say they're the same points.
Yeah, they are. So they went up a pip in AP. They got better on the data sheet, and then they stay the same points.
Yeah. The only thing that's more expensive is the Grandmaster Dreadnought, which is 15 points more.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And is it worth? Is the privilege of having the option to take a melter, because you could still run this exactly the same as it was.
Yeah.
But you do get access to the more consistent fighting.
Yeah, they're
Just
always
all the
fighting, better command point, manipulation.
Yeah.
15 points all day.
Yeah. And then I've got 2 units of 5 strikes, just for sticky, and to be action monkeys, essentially.
Yeah, sure.
What this army does is it runs forward with Dreadknights and the strikes stay at the back like, guys, what about us?
Holy shit, what a concept.
Yeah, awesome. And then I've got a unit of 5 paladins, led by a chaplain.
Oh, so chaplain, what's he do?
Chaplain now is
He's a shit Draigo.
reroll charges. Yeah. And do you know what baffles me the most? Like, I kind of get it with the Crozius being AP1. The Librarian's force weapons AP1. Why?
Is it actually?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my goodness.
It's the same strength. It's literally called the same.
It's called Nemesis force weapon or something stupid.
and it's strength 6 AP1 2 damage. It still is, which is omega cringe. Yeah. However, so he's going to let that paladin...
Chaplain, joke aside, chaplain's what, 65
points, yeah.
For a Terminator chaplain that gives you reroll charges, that is really good.
Yeah, that is good.
Jokes aside, I said like bad Draigo.
Yeah.
That is a really good profile.
Yeah, that is awesome.
And he's got a auto unbattle shock.
Which is good too.
It's handy.
It is what it is.
It's handy.
So, paladins, Mikey. Paladins. So...
I think you're going to see more paladins than Terminators these days.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Because that was always the sort of conundrum whenever you made a list, which ones are you going to take and why? Paladins. Glow up number 1, they can take a Northeast team now.
Yeah.
So you're recycling that unit like you could do with Terminators. Exactly. Inject you in the leg and bring you back to life.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And then the second thing is...
Not bringing Draigo back though.
Really? Really?
Yeah, go back.
Really?
Nah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's off.
And the second thing is they got a little bit fighty, didn't they?
Yes.
So they used to have the so if your strength is high, it's -1 to win.
Yeah.
But now, Mikey, what have they got now?
They caveat to this ability. Paladin models in the unit get +1 damage on the charge.
Yes.
That is good.
That is very good. So AP2 3 damage
on the charge.
On the charge.
Yeah.
There is no way of making it more consistent in this detachment, so just bear that in mind. This is going to be something that's going to go in against something that is ideally not much tougher than T6.
Yeah, it's still strength 6.
You're still going to be struggling.
Which is -2 is good.
Yeah.
Strength 6 is the problem. But like they still have a bunch of attacks.
Yep.
But like crucially it says paladin models in this unit. So because it says paladin models, not paladins get this, is that you have to look at the individual keywords of a unit. So essentially what that means is it doesn't apply to attached characters.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is something I thought straight away when we talk about my list.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
It's like, we actually get a smash captain.
3. I was like, holy shit.
No. So
yeah, just the paladins exclusively. Strength 6 -2, 3 damage on the charge.
Yeah.
Because the Terminators, good time to mention it now, is that they lost their lethal hits ability.
Yeah.
Now that's on the brother captain.
That's right.
It just gives the unit lethal.
Yeah, it's not on the charge.
Yeah.
It's just lethal.
But they essentially get +1 AP against everything that's not a vehicle or monster, which is okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah. I think with the paladins, just being able to do 3 damage is great.
Yeah. Just what again? You're going into
they're anti-terminators.
Yeah, you go into all the terminators. They're great. Yeah. You've got the banner, so they're OT2.
Yep.
You've got the Narthesium, so you can revive them all the time.
Yep.
And then you've got like the chaplain or whatever other buff character. You can put Boldus in there, so you can -1 to hit.
We're not putting Boldus.
You can. But like, yeah, the chaplain reroll charges for 65 points.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's good. So the reason why I want to play the Sanctic. Oh my god, I forgot already. That's not good.
Sanctic Spearhead.
Oh, I got it right the first time.
Right, yeah, you nailed it.
Trust yourself, guys. Trust yourself. We're taking 5 dreadnoughts.
Yes.
And we always did take 5 dreadnoughts, let's be honest. But we just got reroll 1s to hit, pretty much. That was it from Wargaming, really. So there were a lot more output because they were more consistent. However, this time, the shenanigans specifically for dreadnoughts and falling back and charging and running through the ruins. But they're going to be harder to kill because we can bring 3 wounds back on one of them. Yeah,
because it's just for an example for the strat, it's called Force Wave. It's any vehicle during movement or charge phase, which is also crucial. Yeah. If you make a normal, advance, or charge move, you can just go through terrain. So being able to charge through walls is like really good. A lot of people have that strat, but they don't have charge phase as a stipulation. Yeah. So being able to like, oh, I'm hiding, I'm just back from the wall because you're a vehicle. Cool, I'm just going to charge around the side of you through this wall. Yeah. Which is great.
It's awesome. Yeah. It's awesome. And I think the +1 to wound strat on shooting as well is really good.
Abominus class targets.
Yes.
Yeah, shooting all fight phase, Grey Knight's unit, into the face, against monster vehicle, gets +1 to wound. That is nice. Because obviously the problem is like your Grandmasters are really good against vehicles in combat or monsters as well. But your Dreadknights sometimes struggle because they're a bit more. They don't have them. They're kind of relying on the dice. Where this is like +1 to wound. It's like cool. Hammer,
awesome.
On 2s.
Awesome. Yeah.
Which is really.
And it's still strength 14 the hammer, so it's win on 2s against pretty much everything with that strap.
Pretty much everything. Yeah.
Which is great. And then something that's underrated in this detachment, I think, and one that you don't immediately go, that's going to be awesome, is the battle shock on the charge at -1 for CP2. So if you successfully charge with a vehicle, so Dreadnought, you can force a battle shock test, and if they fail it, obviously they are battle shock, but it's at -1.
Yeah, so unit within 3. So obviously that can deny armor of contempt.
Yep.
It can deny fight on death.
You say armor of contempt.
I didn't say armor of contempt. You did. It denies armor of contempt, which actually Grey Knights have completely lost as well. There's no mention of true silver armor or equivalent in this.
No, there isn't. There's some funky sort of bounce mortal wounds back, and you can have a feel-no pain against mortal wounds like devastating wounds. Yeah. But there's no turn off AP. Well, ignore a pip of AP.
Yeah. So like go to ground in shooting, it's gonna be like mega crucial.
It's gonna be really relevant.
Yeah.
Really relevant. We still got that 2+ save base, so we don't need it, but it was always nice.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, but Argent Wrath lets you just do a little battle shock. It'll come up clutch when you need it.
Yeah. And it's things that you probably overthink. So like a fight on death strat, something like that. You know, you're playing against custodies. They want to get up after they die or whatever. They want to fight on death. It's really good for that sort of stuff.
Yeah, especially if they've got like custodies, an example, if they've got hold an objective, they get reroll wounds, you can turn that off by triggering that strat and hope you fail it.
Of course you can.
Which is kind of cheeky. It's a little cheeky one.
Yeah. Yeah. So just something to bear in mind, especially because you'd have more CP than you ever have, because you can actually use the free CP on the Dreadnought.
Yeah, to do it for free on a Dreadnought. Yeah, on Grandmaster. Because they have Rights of Battle equivalent.
So that's my list.
Nice. Is there any other strats we've not mentioned?
No, there is one more, but I didn't think it was relevant.
4 up against mortal wounds.
That's the only one that I haven't mentioned, but like Mikey.
True Silver Will.
Yeah, it's so cringe. So cringe. It's like one's going to be called like Draigo's Wrath, just to like add salt into the video.
Vortex of Doom.
So yeah, I mean, look, we've got 4 up inbuilds on all these dreadnoughts, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But one thing we don't have is any protection against devastating wound. You know, things like Doomsday Arcs, Hammerheads, etc.
Yeah.
Bad news. But now each individual pip of damage, we've got that 4. It's 4+ as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really, really good.
Yeah. And again, like we said, when you can use it for free every turn if you want to.
Yeah, against like Thousand Suns, for example, with their double Doom Bolts, etc.
Really good. Them things that we don't have anymore.
Yeah, that's
awesome. Yeah, really cool.
Okay, good list.
So that's the list.
Yeah, I like it.
5 Dread Knights, reroll charge, Paladin block, Cronies pure, cronies, and then 2 units of strikes just to action and keep the back objective.
I like it. All right. It's a good list. If you like the list,
comment.
More than mine, leave a comment.
Yes.
Could be anything.
Even if you don't like it more than Mikey's, just comment so we can dance.
True.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Should we look at yours?
Let's have a look at mine.
So that's Mikey's list. Comment and then great. So what are you rolling with?
I am running I'm running the Augurium.
Yeah.
Augurium.
That is not worth a like. I'm sorry. You can't butcher the name.
Augurium.
Augurium?
It's a weird word.
What does that mean, Mikey?
I don't know, Toby.
I have got no idea. Don't ask me.
I'm running the ATF. Wargaming Task Force. We've already acronymed it because we know it's going to be the one that's talked most about ATF. On Reddit. It's this list.
Yeah, it probably is. Yep.
I'm running 4 Dreadnoughts and Crow. Funnily enough.
This is like, bro, can I borrow your homework? But I'll change it a little bit.
The problem is, like we said, you can't really avoid it because they are just the best.
Yeah.
So let me tell you about it. This one's a funny one. So this is like the tricksy one.
Yes.
So this is the one that says from turn 2, from the second battle round onwards, if you don't use all of your, let's say, allotment of Gates of Infinity, pick up and then put down. So if I've not selected the maximum amount, if I've not selected 3, for example,
you've done 2.
I can pick up an extra unit at the start of my movement phase.
And like you rightly said when we were talking about your rosebuds and thorns, is that means you can score points.
Yeah, and it has a designer's note. It says, you score points, you
It says, Toby said, fucking give me them points.
No, it actually says, that means that your unit can retain its position on the battlefield at the end of your command phase and then be placed in strategic reserve at the start of your movement phase to set it up again in your reinforcement step in another position. So they've been very clear that it allows you to stay on the battlefield, score primary, score defend stronghold, or not defend stronghold, but like score points in the command phase, then pick up and then come down in the same phase.
Yep.
Which I think is absolutely brutal.
It is.
I'm surprised it's not like pick up the start of the movement phase and come down next turn.
Yeah.
But they've been specific and said, again, in your reinforcement step.
Yeah, it's really good. There's loads of applications you can think of where it's awesome. You know, you're not in range, you want to get somewhere, you score your points, you think, oh God, I need to score this card, but what card am I going to get next?
Yeah, because obviously like the whole thing is with like up down as an ability, is that you are always going, right, before I draw my cards, am I going to pick up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to do this. What if I draw into X card?
Yeah.
What if I do this?
Gives you that redundancy, doesn't it?
Now you can go, okay, well, I'm going to pick up like one unit because I know that they're going to do whatever. Let's say it's a Dreadnought, he's going to kill something. Yeah. And then it's like, I don't know what I'm going to draw. Right, I'm going to draw, score primary, and then decide if I want to teleport.
Yeah.
That, in my head, just feels like cracked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it will come up once or twice in games. I don't think it'll be as insanely broken as maybe.
I don't know if it's broken, no, but it's like so much. They already feel like a very free army. This one, they are off the leash now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In terms of like flexibility of playing the mission,
it's good
because playing the mission wins your games. You know what I mean? Jokes aside, obviously killing your opponent is really fun. And it does win your games. But
5 Dreadnoughts is really fun.
But yeah, like to win Warhammer, you stand on circle.
Yeah, you do.
And draw cards.
You do.
So, as daft as it sounds when you say it like that.
Yep.
So my list, there's obviously, it's very similar to yours, so I won't dwell on it too much.
No.
I've got a Grandmaster, it never says Dreadnought. Only one though.
Okay.
Obviously because he's got good weapons, probably Side Cannon Melter. There's argument for Flamer because of what what he's good at, and it's obviously both 18-inch range. But yeah, let's make him anti-tank. There you go. He's got a hammer as well.
He's got a job.
Yeah. He has 20-point upgrade, making 245 total. For Shield of Prophecy.
Oh.
So at the start of the battle round, once per game, Add 2 to the toughness of the model.
Nice. Famously, really not very tough.
Yeah, because they are only T8.
Yeah.
So if you're like in a position where you're like, okay, my dreadnought is like, he's gonna get
hammered.
He's gonna get hammered this day. You've got sigil to teleport him away.
Yeah.
You know, that's not always gonna be work.
Nope.
But making him a little bit tougher could like make or break like a 4 up to wound to a 5.
Yeah.
Or like a 3 to
When
a
you think
4.
about some last cannons, some strength 9 weapons, when you get that extra to 10, it's 5s.
Yeah, right. It's pretty nice. And obviously, if you're going into combat with something as well, obviously there's a lot of units that are high strength, high damage.
Yeah.
But there's also some that like we've seen, like there's middling strength. You know what I mean? So like I thought that was kind of, and for 20 points, I was like, why not?
Making a 5 or 6 would be clutch.
Yeah,
would be awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I've got Grandmaster.
Okay.
Then I've got a Grandmaster on foot. No joke.
Wow, do you know what? No one ever saw this data sheet. So,
I know, right?
Yeah.
So he's had a big change as well. So he's got reduced strats by 1. He's up right to battle as well. Like I've mentioned a couple of times, they're both Grandmasters.
Both,
it's the same rules. So they can't both do it the same.
Yeah, but you've got flexibility.
phase.
You can be different parts of the.
Oh, it might be once per turn. I think it's once per turn.
Either way, you can't do it at the same time.
Yes, exactly. And they used to have ignore modifiers.
Yep.
Now they've got quote unquote best day ever. So once per battle, +3 attacks, +2 strength. So strength 9, like 9 attacks, AP2 damage.
Yeah, that's picking a lot of what you're already going to want to fight up.
Yeah, which is really, really, really good in my opinion. It's kind of nice to have like a little pocket guy.
Yeah.
Now I've given him a 10-point upgrade once per battle when selected.
Okay.
+4 strength.
Okay.
So if you really need it,
yes,
you can make him strength 13 because
with more attacks too.
With more attacks, yeah. So he's got 5 attacks.
Okay. Yep.
So you can go Might of Titan, psychic ability, once per battle, at the start of the fight phase, you get +3 attacks, +3 strength. So you're going strength.
So he's
8
already
attacks.
8 attacks, strength 9.
Yeah.
Already.
And then you can go once per battle, I'm going to give him +4 strength. So this one is called Grimoire of Conjunctions.
And I take it he doesn't have Paladin keyword or anything like that. It's just Terminator keyword.
He doesn't have Paladin keyword, which
That'd
is
be
obviously what I was thinking. So it's like making him strength 13 is pretty funny. Not really needed. But what it is nice to do is be able to go, I am strength 9 with 8 attacks this turn. And then next turn I've only got 5 attacks, but I'm strength 10.
Yeah.
So it's
I think it's good. I think it makes your opponent think too.
Yeah, it's essentially being not obviously it's not +1 strength instead of an additional strength instead of 3 attacks is a bit different, but it's kind of like having that ability twice in your pocket for only 10 points.
Awesome.
That's what I was thinking with it. But if you go against Imperial Knight, you win it on 3s.
He just literally
He's
goes
like, I am strength 13.
full Vegeta for one turn and just goes,
which is pretty funny. So that's pretty fun. And obviously he's going with 5 paladins. As we mentioned, when I first wrote the list, I was like, Grandmaster, strength 13, damage 3. But no, it doesn't. The paladin doesn't affect him, which is a bit annoying.
That's big sad.
So I was like, a little pocket captain bullshit.
Yeah, awesome.
You know.
And you can use your Draigo model. So
that's true. Yeah.
Oh, nice Draigo. Not Draigo.
Yeah, he is 2 turns of the game. Kind of a little bit Draigo. He's strength 10 like Draigo, and he's got 8 attacks like Draigo.
Draigo wasn't strength 10, I don't think. He was strength 8 on the Titan side.
No, never mind. That's rubbish anyway, he's gone. So a lot of the list looks the same to yours now, so I'll just kind of gloss over it. But we'll talk about the stratagems.
Yes.
So I've got 2 strike squads.
Yep.
Obviously, do the same thing. They've got sticky.
Yep.
Now I can sticky and then be removed from the table from 10-2.
Yeah.
Which is obviously crucial.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, but obviously the problem is with strike squads is you want to be in touching the objective in the command phase, and then if you pick up too early, you can't stick it. You can stick it and then pick up another unit.
Yep.
I've got interceptors, and I've got teleport protection because they're still fast. They've still got move, shoot, move.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why in a minute. I've got Crow with purifiers because they're good, and then 3 dreadknights. The only difference is I brought some agents because we are part of the Inquisition, so it's very more friendly.
A good agent too.
The Navigator, 75 point.
What's this agent called?
Navigator.
Agent Navigator.
Agent Navi.
He does not deserve a life for that. It could have been like N. It could have been Bond. It could have been anything. He went, yeah, Navigator.
Agent Navi, like Legend of Zelda.
Shut up.
Hello at the back.
Nobody's buying that.
Hello.
Nobody's buying that.
So the Navigator, 75 points, denies reinforcements within 12, basically.
Yeah.
So the thing is with Grey Knights is that you have lots of expensive units. You're constantly teleporting. Yes. It's sometimes hard to protect home, basically. So having something, or you could even be cheeky with him, run him into the middle of the board.
Yeah, just a 12-inch bubble.
Yeah, just be like,
is he lone op?
He's not lone operative, which is obviously a problem.
Yeah,
and he's only moved 6.
If someone wants to shoot a 75-point Navigator, cool.
Exactly.
I'm not losing any
It's like I could deny home, but if you don't have any like crazy deep strike that's going to like go, I'm going to nick your home objective and deny, like linchpin where you want to hold your home one, for example, you can go, oh, you're a heavy deep strike army like Grey Knights. I can just run him into the middle. He's kind of annoying. I put him in like a little pocket somewhere, and it's like, well, you can't deep strike 12 within here. That's also an objective. Yeah. So
that is good.
So he's very nice. Yeah. But they have a lot of fun strats. There's one that, like I said, the interceptors. I put protection because they've got a stratagem called Mirage of Echoes.
Just for interceptors, this, or is it for everything?
No, it's just any Grey Knight Psyker.
Cool. Awesome.
So I was using interceptors as like a because they're so fast, they can kind of get around. They don't always have to teleport. Yeah. But essentially, they've got reinforcement step of your opponent's movement phase, and just after an enemy unit is set up within 12 of your Psyker unit, if they have deep strike, you can pay 1 CP to put them in reserve. Yeah. So you can kind of use your interceptors as like an early screen, and just like to push back deep strikes. And then if they go, obviously it's head of unit, but in my head I'm like having something that can move 18 inches. Or deep strike 9, then move another 6 because they shoot. Is like, oh, you deep strike near them? I'm off. Yeah. I'm going into reserve. You're going to deep strike an anti-tank shooting weapon next to my dreadnought that's got like once per game ability, I'm off. Yeah. You know? That
is essentially Mr. Demos.
Yeah. Yeah. It's obviously a little bit more limited. For those who missed was like within 9. Yeah. But it's a movement. This is only if you deep
only
strike.
setting up there.
But there's lots of things that do that. Like I said, like look at like Death Shroud, for example. They allow you to deep strike within 6 of an enemy that's afflicted. Okay, cool, you deep strike.
Definitely within 12.
I'm off. You know what I mean? So I thought that was like a really nice little. The interceptors were there for that reason. It's kind of like they can just go, I'm going to teleport, I'm going to move 6, and then, or I'm just going to go turn 1, I'm on the edge of the board, I'm going to move 18 essentially. Yeah. Because they have move shoot move.
Yeah, pocket interceptors are good.
So they're just like, they're good for like moving, denying, deep strike blocking. Because obviously this is all about deep striking, so it's all about denying your opponent doing
the deep strike. It's about winning the deep strike game, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So in terms of other strats, they've got like ignore modifiers. It might come up as shooting or fighting if you've got stealth or something like that. Yeah. Which is obviously nice. They've got crits on 5s. Now there's not much. I suppose this could be quite good if you've got like lethal with a brocat.
Yeah, the brocat lethal is really good for that.
Which would make me think, oh, maybe I don't take the Grandmaster, I actually take a brother captain with
you can still have the same enhancement and all the same juice. You just lose the second go of +4.
Yes. So. Yeah. So it's like, so I pointed out where you could, there's an argument to be like, instead of the Grandmaster, I'll take a brother captain for lethals and crits on 5s, which is nice. Yeah. You can make a Grey Knight's Walker -1 to hit.
So bizarre that it's in that detachment.
Don't know why.
The good thing about the brocat, like you mentioned, Mike, is when you are charging those paladins, you are damage 3, and then you can have lethals on 5s. Yeah. With the brocat.
Yeah, so there's argument now if I was like having a proper thing, because obviously I've not played this list yet. Yeah. I can be like, I'll try the Grandmaster out, but maybe the brother captain is cool. Arguably better. Yeah. So it's just something to think about. I just like that 2 turns pocket.
It's cool. It's the Mai. It's the Mai.
Yeah. There's a necessary end, so 1 CP. It's essentially an infantry fight on death, but you have to roll above the battle round number.
Yeah, I saw this one.
So it's pretty fun. So like if you go, oh, I'm going to try and smash your paladins early, you know, okay, well, I'll fight on death on 2 up.
Yeah. So it's happening, isn't it? Yeah. It's happening.
So it's only 1 CP until the end of the phase. If that model has not fought this phase, roll D6. If the result is greater than the current battle round number, do not remove the model, it can fight. Yeah. So again, with the Grandmaster, again, another thought is like, I can do it for free. Final one is Redirected Strike. Is at the end of the command phase, 1 Grey Knight Psyker that is not within engagement, if it has deep strike ability, can be placed into strat reserve.
Yes.
So like we said, you can put 3 units there. You can put 2 units in your opponent's turn.
Yep.
Pick another one up at the movement phase, and pick another one up in the command phase. And it says this stratagem lets players utilize abilities that retain control and objective markers and react to their missions and objectives with this unit. So you can pick up essentially 2 at the start of the movement phase, so it's almost the same.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same step, isn't it?
So it's like, again, because of that flexibility, that literally says strike squad, scout 6, and then teleports. You know what I mean? That's literally what this designer's note means, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's like scout 6 onto a point, sticky, off you go.
Yeah.
But you can do that with 2 units now.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's good.
Yeah. So it just feels very, very tricksy. It's not very damage output.
Yeah.
Because I think it's safe to say if I was going to play Grey Knights tomorrow, it'd be Wartbane Task Force.
Yeah, look, if I was going to an event tomorrow too, I probably would just play Wartbane Task Force as well.
But I like this takes Grey Knight's ability and just turns it up to 11 quite literally. It's like, we're going to teleport and sticky. You know?
Yeah.
So like I said, we both basically got the same list, and like I think it's safe to say you could put this list, barring the enhancements, into any detachment and have a good time, I think.
Yeah.
Because like I said, there's one way you deep strike, get reroll ones to hit and wound. Great, crazy good.
Yep.
There's one way you essentially have dark packs. Crazy good.
Yep.
Like the Terminator one is probably the only skew one where you're like, okay, I'm gonna take more Terminators rather than just one.
And Grey Knight Terminators is super cool models, man.
Yeah.
Super cool models. So that is a pretty fun detachment, I think. And there's some cool enhancements and there's some cool strats in there as well.
Yeah. Was there any other enhancements that you use? Each time you set up in the reinforcement step, you can move D6, but you can't charge.
Yeah, that's.
And I was like,
again though, it just plays on the theme of what you mentioned, where it's like, oh, I can't get on that point. Yeah, I can. Because I can just move D6. But it's deep. If it was a flat 6, it'd be great. Yeah. But you can still deep strike 3 away from the objective if someone's done a good job of screening you out, and then roll a 2 and be like, oh, well, that was a waste of time.
But like I said, it's just like adding more tricks to it.
Yeah, it's mind games. It really is mind games.
Interceptors that are moving again. You've got this unit's moving again.
Imagine explaining this army to a person the other side of the table. By the way, just so you know, I can do this and this, and they're like, what? Yeah. What are you talking about?
And then the final one, again, a bit weird, but it's like every time you set up choosing it within 12, take a battle shot -1. It's like, again, it's a bit. It could come in clutch, but I'm not very excited about it.
No.
But I am excited about the list. I think, like I said, just does its thing and does its thing again. Yeah. And more. Yeah. And a lot of it.
Yeah.
So that's the Orgorium. We're going with
the ATF.
ATF. Yeah, it's the ATF. So that is Codex Corner Grey Knights.
Yes.
Overall, I think Grey Knight players are happy. Yeah. But overall, I think Warbane Task Force. That's probably like. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's just a bit of a there's no, all the other detachments look fun. They look like they've got play, but I'm like, rerolling hits is the drug.
Yeah, it really is, especially when you've got most lists, like we've already said so many times, you've got 4 or 5 big things that want to reroll hits, really, to just be more consistent. Maybe an argument not as relevant now on Grandmaster Dreadnoughts because you've got more access to reroll hits, wounds, and damage against vehicles and monsters.
Yeah. So they can kind of do their own thing.
Yeah.
And like we said, we've not gone over every single change in the Codex because there's actually, like, nearly every data sheet, it feels like, has had a change. Yeah. It's like Strike Squads haven't, but it feels like every other data sheet has had a minor change somewhere. Yeah. For better or for worse. Mostly better.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, you know, obviously, like, elephant in the room.
Draigo, librarian.
He's not in the room actually because he can't be taken. but yeah, it is annoying. It is annoying. Yeah. But like every other data sheet has felt like it's had a little like a, not like a crazy crank, but just like little things, like Chaplain doing 60 points of reroll charges. He's obviously really good.
Yeah, there's loads of like, if you've got a smattering of characters like most Grey Knight players do, you just need to remember which one does what now, because they're all slightly different.
Yeah, which is cool. And there's there's loads of things you'll be able to dive into, which is kind of fun. Yeah. And maybe you'll have spotted something that we haven't. We haven't had the Codex for like, we've had it like a couple of days.
Yeah, it's 48 hours.
Yeah, literally that. So it's hopefully, if you're a Grey Knight player, you're very happy. Let us know your thoughts down below. Really appreciate it. Actually, don't let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, no. Let us know
the competition.
Or if you have any thoughts, definitely don't like the video.
So if you did enjoy this, let us know down below, but like the video at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
So it's fair. But basically, if you liked either our lists, if you liked mine more, leave a like on the video. If you like Toby's more, leave a comment. Brief. You could leave a comment. If you can't think of anything, leave an emoji.
Yes.
Or just say the word creamy. That's fun.
Yes, that is extremely Vicky.
Thanks, Toby.
It's good to be back, everybody.
It's very good to have you, mate. Yeah. We'll be playing Grey Knights next Friday on August 1st, which is very exciting. If you want to see them in action, I stream every single Friday playing games live at 7 PM UK time. As always, the videos are powered by the Outpost and the Club Watch. You can use my link in the description. But otherwise, thanks for watching and hopefully catch you in the stream.
Peace.
See you guys.